All right, Kathleen, thank you so much for allowing me to record this portion of our interview. We have chatted a little bit about your experience, and so now I'd love for you to take the floor and tell me about your experience as an executive assistant.
Okay. Well, I've been doing it for many, many years, and I've always worked for high-level executives. My previous position, I worked for 15 directors, um, doing multiple tasks, calendaring, a lot of calendaring, scheduling, travel, um, admin tasks, board meetings, preparing presentations, documenting the minutes. I also would review any documents for any significant changes that had to be made. I would do that. So I've always worked for more at an executive level, where confidentiality is very important, answering phones, making sure that you direct calls to the right people, getting to know the company, the organization that I was at, so that I could move on to other areas and help with other projects, all hands on at all times, multitasking.
All right, wonderful. Okay, and that was at KPMG in New York, was your last position
Yes,
that you
and
held?
yep, and my position before that was at Pearson Education, which was very similar, also working for the executives and doing very similar work. A lot of travel, a lot of calendaring, that sort of thing. A lot more documents in that educational field.
Gotcha. Tell me a little bit about your software proficiencies.
Well, Microsoft is what I use the most, and I can, I've always done presentations using PowerPoint, Excel, Word, all that, Google Docs now, Google Sheets, where you share your documents. I also used Visio often to do org charts and things like that for presentations. So I've dabbled in a lot of different softwares.
And then when you were working in Excel, what skills were you like? What type of work were you doing in Excel? What tasks were you performing?
A lot of it was when I was doing heavy scheduling. We would use Excel to make spreadsheets to keep track of our workshops. But we used pivot tables and things like that. A lot of summing up totals. So a lot of basic type skills
Mm-hmm.
there, but would learn as I went. And
Well, pivot tables aren't basic. That's
no,
definitely an
yeah,
advanced function. So if you were working in pivot tables, were you doing any VLOOKUPs?
yes, we did VLOOKUPs. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, so that's more of an advanced level, I believe. And then you also hold a bachelor's degree?
yes, in early education.
Okay, wonderful. And so now you've relocated here
Yeah.
to the beautiful sunny state of Florida, and you are seeking an executive admin support role.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, great. And what I wanted to talk about is a couple of your wins. Why don't you tell me about a few of your awards that you've received?
Gosh, a lot of,
I mean,
well, when I was at KPMG, uh,
mhm.
they had a system where your direct reports could put in for an award, which would be recognition online so that the company could see. So it was for special projects that you did, things like that, and they would just recognize you, and then it would be announced to the company within the building that you were in. They would put it up on a big board, and so it was
Nice.
nice to always want to have that accomplishment, be
Okay.
recognized.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I saw the applause from the managing director for National Audit Solutions, the planning encore recognition, two bronze awards. I'm tooting your horn a little.
Well, those were for when we used to have large meetings that we
Hmm.
would go off site for, and I was always on the committees for that. I enjoyed doing that, and you help anybody who's coming. You make their travel arrangements, any car services they need, any hotel arrangements, things like that. So just helping out wherever necessary.
Okay, great. And then one other thing I had noted when we were talking before, that you did do expense reconciliation and you were using Concur, SAP Concur
Yes,
for that.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah, I've been
wonderful.
doing that for a long time. In fact, when I went to KPMG, that was one of the reasons why they recognized my resume and hired me, was because they had just gotten that software and they wanted somebody to come in and train and teach the other admins how to use it. So
Wonderful.
was the person everybody came to.
All
So,
right. Well, that's always a good thing. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop this part of the interview, but don't go anywhere. We've got a few more things to chat about.
okay.